What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Combat Sports Media YouTube channel. And before I go any further, press the fucking subscribe button. Press that fucking button already. Now, today I'm going to be talking about breaking down and trying to predict the upcoming Devin Haney versus Jorge Linares lightweight bout. Now, before I go any further, I would just like to say and point out, like, dang, what a beautiful day over here in New York. And this is truly the most wonderful time of year in New York. Fuck the winter and fuck every other season. It's fucking like gloomy here, like 8 months out of the year. And then around this time, it starts clearing up. We get sunny days. And it's back to the gloomy, depressing fucking bullshit once half of September is over or once October comes around. So it's only like this for a few months. But boy, is it beautiful when it's like this. So, Devin Haney, he's some people consider him the WBC champion. I, for one, definitely don't. Even though this fight is technically for a WBC lightweight title, we all know the true and real champion is Teofimo Lopez, and that's where it starts, that's where it ends. So I look at Devin Haney as a prospect, as a hot prospect, who's working his way up to becoming a contender. And in his way is his toughest and best opponent to date, Jorge Linares. Now, Devin Haney, back to him, he's a huge super lightweight. He's somebody that will one day probably be fighting at 140 and 147. Maybe even 54, but I doubt it. However, he has, he's fought nobody of note up until now. He hasn't fought any world-class level competition. This will be his first and biggest test on the top 10 level, top 20 level. And he stands about 5'10", I believe. Probably has around a 72-inch reach, even though I just made that up off the top of my head. But the point being is he's a big lightweight, and he's somebody that is big enough to be fighting at 147 without a doubt. Jorge Linares is a smaller dude. He's a dude who has won his first world title at featherweight, I believe. And he's been around for a very, very long time. He's got good offensive skills, decent power, especially for a featherweight and a 130-pounder, and offensively pretty dynamic. However, his defense is whatever, but his real weakness is he falls apart pretty easily. He can't handle a sustained attack, so he doesn't deal with punishment too well at all, and he cannot handle a sustained attack. If you keep hitting him, it's not going to be good for him. He's just not tolerant or too tolerant when it comes to taking punishment. His body is not durable at all. Mentally, he seems like he's a pretty tough dude, and he tries to push his body to the complete limits when it comes to taking or punishment and trying to ride a tough moment out in a fight. But his body just doesn't seem like it's durable at all, and always fails him when the heat gets hot, so to speak. When the opponent has a sustained attack, he just falls apart. Take a look at his fight against Antonio DeMarco. That was back in 2011, I believe, at this very same weight class for the very same title that they're going to be fighting for this Saturday. Or whatever the hell this fight is. So I don't even give a shit about this fight. So, I mean, I do, but not to the point where I'm going to memorize the date and I'm going to watch it live. You know, I'm probably going to catch this on a delay or something. But the point is, he got Antonio DeMarco cashed this guy out and knocked him out and finished him and trashed him over 10 years ago at the very same weight class for the very same title. It was for the WBC title. And Antonio DeMarco won that title. And then I believe he defended it once against John Molina, and then he fought Broner. And we all know what happened in that fight. Broner, to this day, that's Broner's best win. And he put on a virtuoso performance. So Linares is a guy that has been recycled more times than you probably even know, to be real. Because some people that are watching this video probably don't even know about that fight, or probably haven't even seen that fight. Or this is a guy that DeMarco cashed out over 10 years ago for the very same title at the very same weight. If Devin Haney is even 50% of what he says he is, or what his dad says he is, he should win this fight pretty easily. Now the question isn't so much about if he's gonna win, it's about how he's gonna win. As I mentioned before, this is a guy that's been finished and knocked out multiple times in the past. I didn't even mention the Lomachenko knockout that happened recently. You know, I went back 10 years. So this guy has been recycled an obnoxious amount of times. And Devin Haney, it's not about winning, but it's about finishing. He has to finish this guy. And even if he does, it doesn't really mean anything, because he's just doing what other world-class fighters did in the past with this guy. So I'm predicting a decision win for Devin Haney. So in short, I believe it's going to be a failure, because anything aside from a knockout is a complete failure in this situation for Devin Haney. But I do believe he is going to come away with the win. But then again, that's not the question. You know, the question is how, not, you know, no one's questioning the result of this fight. Everybody knows that Devin Haney is going to win. It's just a matter of how, and he should win by knockout, but he's not. That's my prediction. He's not going to win by knockout. He will win by some type of decision, because it's simple. He's not as good as he or his dad say he is. And based on his past performances, notably the Gamboa fight, now I don't care if he had a broken hand. If you have two broken hands, you should be able to finish Gamboa at this point of his career. If you are Devin Haney and you're big enough to fight at welterweight, and you know, because Gamboa, if you guys don't know, Gamboa is literally like a midget. I saw him once in real life. He's even shorter in real life. Like, he looks bigger on TV. Like, I could literally step on the dude. So Devin Haney should have definitely come up, and that's what that fight was made for. Let's be real. That fight was made for Devin Haney to finish and knock Gamboa out, and he failed miserably. He didn't even turn out to be an exciting fight. Devin Haney, even though he's like in his early 20s, he tries to fight like how Floyd did when he was like 38. See, that's the problem. The problem is not trying to fight or be like Floyd. Like, you're trying to be like Floyd when Floyd was 38, and you're 22. I could see, like, if you're 38 and you're trying to fight like Floyd when he was 38, but bro, you're trying to be like what Floyd was at 38 when you're 22. Like, get the fuck out of here. And once again, don't use any of my videos for gambling. This is only for entertainment purposes. Please, once again, hit the fucking subscribe button, man. Like, you guys watch these videos, but you guys don't hit subscribe. So yeah, you guys have a good one. I will continue to keep pumping out more videos. Again, I appreciate each and every one of you that watch these videos, and more content will be coming out very soon. Thank you very much. Y'all enjoy.